Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Committed to Calm. I put makeup on this half of my face and not on this half of my face, and it was because I wanted to show how subtle my makeup can be, but yet it makes a big difference. So I think the number one thing that you can see, or at least for me that I can see, are my eyebrows. So as I got older, my eyebrows have become more sparse. You're just making little enhancements, and I am literally doing very subtle makeup. So I'm gonna show you what I did, because I gotta finish the second half of my face anyway. Very few products, and it makes a tremendous difference. So I'm just gonna really quickly put on the products that, oh, I did already put this on my face. It's from Rimmel. I just don't like spending a lot of money. I think you can do a lot of things on a very small budget. And if you're a teen and you are just getting a job and you don't want to spend your money on like high-end expensive things, or if you can't talk your mom into buying high expensive things, which I wouldn't even try if I were you, just go for the cheaper stuff. For me, I do not have oily skin. My skin is normal, sometimes dry, sort of self-inflicted, but I'll talk about that later. And I just got this stuff, and I get different stuff all the time. I don't care, it's Rimmel. And the other thing that I do, because I can't show you right now because I already did it, is listen. Forget those sponges. I mean, if you have like acne and stuff, you have to handle your face differently. But if you just have like normal skin, y'all, I take this stuff and I put it in my hand and I rub it together like this, and I go like this, just like I'd put on lotion. And as you can see, it does not look thick. Clearly, I have age spots, so you can see age spots, you can see my freckles, but it just kind of creates a little palette for your face. The other thing I did, and again, it's because I'm older and also I pick at my face. It's a little OCD issue. If you have an OCD issue with like picking at your face, comment below, I'm really curious. But so I just started using this e.l.f. I don't even know where the lid is. This e.l.f. It's just poreless face primer, and it smells great. And who doesn't love products that smell great? Very first thing after that I would notice is look at my eyebrows. Clearly you can see which one I did and which one I did not do. I got a brush. It is by Wet n Wild. You know where I get my brushes from? The Dollar Tree. Because if something goes wrong, throw it away, get another one. But I think it's like maybe it is a brow brush, but I think you like paint your lips with it or whatever, because it's very thin if you look. But it has this little slant on it, which is like perfect. I have used so much of this, like it goes way down in there. But I like to use this side because it's a little more dry there. I just kind of brush both sides. Okay, so you can see like here, there's like hardly any hair. You can see that it's a little darker there. All of a sudden we're like missing some hair here, and then there's like a little bit there. So I'm gonna do, and all I have to do is barely touch my, sorry I'm not looking straight at the camera, it's because I have to look at my face because that's what I'm using. I'm using this as the mirror. But all I do is just barely. I mean, you guys, I'm barely touching it. And I'm just kind of filling in. And then I'm kind of skipping or barely just rolling over. And then I'm going to obviously push down a little more here because it needs to match the rest of my hairs. Wouldn't you say? I would say. And then I just kind of barely brush through there. And then I just kind of, okay, so I don't know why, but on this side, I have these crazy things that go up, but I kind of like them too. So I just kind of follow that, just kind of go up just a little bit there. And I think that right here is actual hair that I probably need to pluck because it kind of looks like but that's okay. And now my eyebrows look the same. I think the number one thing is eyebrows, honestly, at least for me. All right, the second, okay, so I use these two things. e.l.f. Oh, and it also is medium, So I'm pretty sure you can get a light or a dark if you have dark hair, but I probably would just stay with the medium. Especially if you're not wanting it to be obvious and you're just kind of wanting it all to look the same color and that's it and that's all you're trying to do. The second thing I'm going to use, is concealer. I love this stuff. Okay, so it's NYX and it's dark circle concealer. If you got dark circles, like it even helps. Like if you look here at my eye, you can see it's like kind of blue right there. I have tried to use like regular like makeup and kind of cover that up and it does not work. But this dark eye stuff, and you have to make sure you get, it's got like a little orangey tint and it actually says dark circle concealer. It says medium on here, but I think I've noticed lately that it says like orangey on it, which is weird sounding, but that's what you want because it covers up, it actually does, it like cancels out those dark colors. So this is just an e.l.f. concealer brush. You can see it's a little dirty, but I ain't worried about it. So I just get some of this, right? Just get a little bit of this. And okay, I've always had bags, so I'm just, hopefully I'll find something soon. I've never tried like the coffee stuff that they talk about, but I'm talking like 9-year-old pictures, like pictures of me as a 9-year-old, and I had the bags. So those don't really go away for me, but I haven't really tried hard to like fix it. So if I find something that works, especially something that's cheap and some concoction you can make at home, like coffee, I've heard that works really well because of the caffeine. I've also heard that hemorrhoid cream works. I haven't tried it yet, but guess what? I'm probably gonna try it. So I just come in and just kind of you can do this as dark or as light as you want. And I've noticed if I go kind of underneath where the puffiness is, it also helps. So, and like right here, I'm noticing like there's some red. I'll just kind of put it in there. And I have no idea how heavy I'm putting it on because I'm doing this on camera. Actually, I know I'm not putting it on heavy. This is what I want to show you. Okay, this right here, I always hate it. On either side of my nose, you can look over here and it's not as dark because I had actually put the concealer on already. And I'm putting it on right here, watch. Gone. I know. It's like a miracle. I'm also going to use this concealer on these guys. And these little guys, these are just little sunspots that you get when you get older. It's really fun. I do not consider those natural. I consider those annoying. So, but I'm gonna put those on later and I'll show you why. The next thing I'm gonna do, and I did this on this side already. So this side's already done. So you already see that I hadn't put on a ton of makeup. I have freckles, so I have a really great guide for where the sun actually hits. And, well, girl, or guy, I guess, I just got me some Sundance. It's from Rimmel. I think it used to have something on the front. I don't know. But it doesn't, it's not real heavy, so you can control how heavy you put it on. So this right here probably gonna do a whole lot. But, oh, and I also wanted to point out, I part my hair here. If you wear your hair slicked back all the time, stop doing that. And I'm telling you why. Because look at this. Do you see the line? You are pulling your own hair out of your head the more you do that. Okay. This. Let's get some of that. I have a high forehead, so I know where the sun hits me because I immediately get sunburned right here. So I'm just gonna go in right in there. And I'm just gonna kind of start there and then kind of work my way down. Also, I already put some highlighter right here, so I'm not gonna worry about that part. I also know, and if you don't know, you can look on Pinterest where to put bronzer, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of go all over, because honestly, the sun hits me everywhere. Also, my nose is already done, and I put a little highlighter here, and I'll show you what I use. So, you just want to blend it all. Just blend, 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 blend. I used this when I didn't wear makeup at all. Okay, I wore bronzer. And it was the best. Like, I couldn't believe it. I didn't have to tan. I had bronzer. I was convincing all my friends that I went to church with to use it too. Okay, and then this little guy. This is by e.l.f. Like a shimmer. It's called Moonlight Pearls. Again, this is one of those things where it's an e.l.f. product, so you're not going to be getting like a ton of coverage. And I always just kind of take the back of this thing and just kind of, if I want more. But I have other things that I use if I want it darker. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just take that and I'm just going to go like this. So in place of like what you would put like blush, in place of blush, you would just put and it's literally pretty subtle if you look. It just brings a little bit of light. The reason I waited on my concealer is because if I would have put my concealer on first and then put on that shimmery, you would be able to see these again. So I'm going to take my little concealer and I'm going to barely touch these. In fact, I probably have too much on this one. So I already have my shimmer powder on. And I'm just going to barely go in there. It's gone. This is actually a scar, to tell the truth. I'm just going to, look at that. There's a little bit there. I have a little spot like right under here that I like to just kind of dab away. And you can dab at it. But seriously, now I like my freckles okay, so I'm okay with like this. But it disappears. If you also are not sure about the colors that you're using, go out in the sun with a mirror and you will see if you got your colors wrong. But I love this stuff, and I don't know, it's wild. The orange makes a humongous, tremendous difference. Okay, my lips, I'm gonna show you what I did with my lips because they're already done. Actually, I did like half my lips and then I put lip gloss on. Like, I've used it so many times, I don't even know what brand it is, and this guy is like I'm digging inside of it. But I'm gonna show you the reason why it matters to me. It is a 24-hour, it's 24 hours. And I think it's CoverGirl, maybe Maybelline, just look for it. It's a 2-ended stick. So the first end, and I've seen like expensive things like this. Girl, go to Walmart or Target or wherever you go and don't pay a lot of money for this, especially if you're gonna make it light and not bright. There's no point in spending money on this, but this is kind of like, I forgot the brand, but this is kind of like it where you see how dark this is, but you see I didn't put a whole lot. You can control how much you put on. I am gonna put some on this side because I did not. I'm just barely dabbing at it. Barely. Now let's pretend I don't have lip gloss on already because you put it on with nothing on your lips. So I'm just gonna barely dab at it. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna wait for it to dry. And when it dries, you're gonna have the crustiest looking lips ever and you're gonna be like, oh no, this is not right. But the other end is like, it would be like setting powder or something. It sets it. And I'm gonna have to stick my little finger in here to show you. Man, I need some more of this stuff. And you just put it, but you'd be using this. You just put it on there and then it seals it. And then what I like about it is it's just a little bit more enhanced. I have like scars from fever blisters. So again, not natural. I have scars from fever blisters and this just makes my lips all the same color. So the only thing that I have not done are my eyes. I'm gonna do this little thing, this little trick. I'm going to take this again. And I'm going to take this again. Those two things. I'm going to put them on my eyes. Because it's very subtle. But it does make a difference. So, and you could even like, if you're really like concerned about it being super obvious or you don't like, you know, too much makeup or whatever, too much eye makeup, I just want to get a little bit on there and go right under your brow. This is the lighter stuff. I mean, literally, I just like dig in it because it's hard to put on, but for people who don't want to put a lot of makeup on, you just build on top of it. So I'm just putting it like that, but you could even do like the whole thing even and just leave it at that. And if you think it's too much, you could just kind of blend it in, whatever you want to do. Don't even have to have eyeshadow. And if somebody asks you if you have eyeshadow on, you can be like, nope, sure don't. Okay. And then then I'm taking this and I'm just like starting right here. I'm using my finger, by the way, to hold it. I'm starting right here. e.l.f. It's an e.l.f. blending brush, but I just use it like as a regular brush. And I just like fill in that right there. And then since I don't have any other colors, I'm just putting it there too. And it's literally done. And then if it's too much or if you want to blend, I feel like this one's not as much as the other one. Anyway, that's okay because I'm just trying to show you. And then my daughter bought this for me because she knows I'm not going to spend money on a Morphe brush. No, thank you. I'll buy e.l.f. at the Dollar Tree because that's where I get all my brushes. But this was actually from Ulta and she bought it for me and it was a $7 brush and I was like, oh my gosh. But anyway, you can go in like a windshield wiper and just kind of just blend it. Just blend it in. Blend it. Beautiful. I also forgot to mention that I use this down my nose, right there. And you can even use, if you've seen like the contour, like tutorials and things, you can even use this like on the sides if you want to make your nose look a little more slender or whatever. I don't really have to deal with that with my nose. Now all those crazy sunspots are gone. I had like 3 here. Oh, one more thing. Gosh, there's always one more thing. This may not work. Actually, this won't work for you if you don't like a whole lot of stuff. So some people use Vaseline or clear, but I suggest if you can find one that's like very watery, which might mean the cheaper of the ones. This doesn't really leave a whole lot of, and if you can wear fake eyelashes, it's the same thing, y'all. So I just take this and blink. I just put it there and do a little blinky. And sometimes if I really want to get in there, I'll do like that. But you can tell, suddenly, Mama has eyelashes. And that's important to me anyway. Okay, that's it. Done. Natural phase of makeup. Didn't take a whole lot. Mainly it was powders. And I feel really good. And I feel like my face looks smooth and even. And it didn't change much of the look of my face. So if you are wanting to do that stuff, go for it. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if anything notices. Because that's important. But thank you so much for coming to my page. Hopefully this will help you if you don't wear makeup and you want just a little something to kind of smooth out your skin, smooth out your face. And it's not for people that are not interested in wearing any kind of makeup, so don't worry about it. But if you are interested in wearing a little bit of makeup, having a little bit of an enhancement, and it not being obvious when you just walk out, you want to have the no makeup look, then this was for you. And I hope that it helps you, and let me know. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe and hit the bell. I am literally 14 subscribers away from being able to get my own URL. And that means a lot to me because I'm about to make business cards and I don't want to make them without my own URL. So I'm holding off because I go all over town and I talk to people all the time. You know, if I meet somebody and we're laughing and having a good time, a way to stay connected is on my YouTube page. So I'm going to make a little business card. So I'm excited about getting 14 more subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, support me, help me out. And I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming to my page. And I will see you next